season. Knicks get the 77-74 win over the Warriors. That's the second time they've beaten the Warriors. They beat them in group play last week, and they get the win in the regular season to improve to 1-0 in the season. Derek, it really came down to those final seconds. Knicks were down as many as 15. They took the lead going into the fourth quarter, actually into the third quarter, held on, Warriors fought back, and yay not, the big three, 2.4 seconds left. Onions, my friend.
Yeah, that's... You kind of called it. I mean, they saw in the replay, we slowed things down. We saw the bucket that came in from sleep, a shot that, honestly, the one that he took, that's a big, big risk when you're shooting off the dribble with that power forward. It's one that you typically don't get. You get the load-up jump shot as well. So it's actually going to be harder to green those ones. So the fact that he was able to make that one was big. But nobody in transition. They completely left Not Gaming in a spot where he's been sitting all game right over there towards that right hash with that pure sharp. He's not going to miss this one. And we kind of talk about just the game mode that we're playing here, right? We talk about the sliders, everything that plays into it. In this build that we have in the NBA 2K on the PC version, it's going to be a lot different from when these people are actually playing Pro-Am. It's a lot easier to hit shots in Pro-Am compared to here. So when you have guys who are open to hit consistently, that's what separates the good from the great when it comes down to the shooting. But another back and forth game between both of these sides. It showed it right here. Off the start, we talked about the big story was that they were able to slow down Adam the first, forcing those turnovers and then getting those buckets in transition. A big, big lead is what Warriors Gaming Squad really built up. Then that's where you start to see it switch. As soon as Adam stops turning the ball over, he gets everybody else involved. They start getting some consistent scoring. You got Idris. He was sitting from behind the arc. We saw him on a pure rim a majority of the tip-off tournament. This time, he's transitioned, showing that versatility going over towards a stretch. But I think just the big thing is that you start to see a lot more of that team play coming through. Players always moving. Nobody being a statue sitting in one area. Their screens being set all the way around. But they're always finding that open shooting. The thing I love about Nate, we talked about you don't want to take these threes to that build. You don't want to take deep mid-range. He was being so much more patient when it came down to finding that extra pass down low. And Goofy was the star of the show here with that build. You see the poster to kind of cap that one off. But just an all-around great win, and that's the three that put this game in the bag right there. Completely uncontested. And then this last play call, I think the clock just started winding down. Their options weren't there, but you don't want Vert fading away for a three in that situation. You're looking for Sean Wynn. You're looking for anybody with shooting other than Vert. Vert is not the guy you want to get the ball to. But like you said, it's a desperation. That clock was just going, and
we kind of screaming, win, win, win.
Yeah, we're just kind of looking to see where they're going to go, but that's where you have to give credit to the defense. They're able to use the right stick. They're able to just kind of chase these defenders around and force that bad shot, but a great all-around team win coming in for Knicks Gaming.
There you can see the stats right there. Goofy, 28 points, 11 of 14 shooting. Knicks shot the ball extremely well. You got to give credit to the Warriors, too. They got out to a lead, weren't able to hold on, but fought back, came up a little short there. Win had the good first quarter, and there you see right there, Derek, finishes with the 14 points, 2 of 4 from three-point range. He started 2 of 2, nothing pretty much after the first quarter. That hurt the Warriors.
Yeah, it definitely did, and I think that's where, like we said, I don't know if maybe going forward they didn't really look at the archetype. They maybe thought Sean was just on the typical shot-creating slash, just so they sagged off a little bit. So he started to accumulate some points, and that's when, okay, let's put a body on him. And it's what we always talk about when you guard these sharpshooters, these shot creators. They're not going to be able to dribble too great. The shot creators are going to be able to dribble just a little bit more, but the defense is still going to be easy because you know he's not going to be the primary ball handler for the side. So basically, you just have a player kind of sit out there, allow the guys to play 4 versus 4 in that sense. But that matchup with Vert and Goofy, that was one for the ages. But like we said, no pure rim. You got to run one if you want to shut that paint.
Running the floor. Hey, we talked about it before the game. The Knicks wanted to work on their offensive spacing. You looked at all of those highlights, Derek. Great spacing by the Knicks, something they did not do in group play last week.
Yeah.